So if you have an ADHD child uh, and that child is hyperactive as well, most of the time hyperactivity is not looked upon as positively in when you talk about children on the spectrum, ADHD, etc., etc. And all therapies work on controlling that hyperactivity and helping the child cope with it better, maybe manage anxiety that is causing that hyperactivity, or there is a problem with the diet that is making them very, very hyper, like for example excess sugar consumption and things like that. But there's another very important thing that you have to understand when you talk about hyperactivity in ADHD children. The thing is, you have to analyze how much of playtime, physical activity time your child is getting. Many a times it has been seen that children in the age group of 2 to 5, 6 years age, when they don't get sufficient physical activity, that energy they internalize and become hyperactive. So they jump around in the house, they are unable to focus, and it becomes very difficult for them to regulate themselves. And if you have an ADHD trait, obviously this can be a hurdle in the growth of the child. It can prevent their studies and cause learning disabilities, prevent them from sitting properly in class, and cause behavioral issues as well along the way. So this simple thing I think can and does work for most children to different degrees, that if you have a hyperactive child, no matter whether he is on the spectrum or there is just general hyperactivity that you see, or there could be ADHD, make sure you give them enough physical time outdoors, and also help them engage in innovative, explorative play that helps them apply themselves, like maybe take them gardening, or help them plow a field in a safe way, or help them play with sand and without worrying about infections and all of that. Children need all of those activities in a obviously safe boundaries that we need to provide, but exposure also to these activities that helps them use their body physically as well as mentally to release the energy that the body is generating. Don't expect a 3 or 4 year old to sit in a therapy class for 3 hours or 2 hours and not do any physical exercise. Our brains are naturally not designed to focus that much at a stretch at that age. So what the brains at that time need is physical activity, exploration, learning new things by making mistakes, maybe falling down a few times. So as parents, it's our duty that we provide a nurturing, caring, safe boundary, and then let them explore themselves, unleash themselves, learn, fall, do whatever they want to do in that caring environment. So if your child is not going outdoors and just focusing on therapies and staying at home, basically, you need to work on their physical routine as well.